Hey guys, today I'm showing you how to do this blue eyeshadow and face look. So if you guys are interested, stick around to see how I got this look. I'm going to start with priming my eyes with the Kaylin Bright On Eye Balm and what they call a blending brush, but I'm going to use it. And I apply this all the way up. And this really helps the eyeshadow to stick and be pigmented. Next, I'm going to use an eye stamp, which is used to make cut creases. But I find if I apply shadow on the edge and stamp it, it helps me to find my crease and get the colors up where I want them. So I just use my finger and applied it to the edge, and then I go to my inner corner and push it up, and I kind of move it around so everywhere gets covered. And as you can see, I have a line now to show me where to get a crease. And then I do the same thing to the other eye. And I'm using the iSeek Neon Matte eyeshadow palette with this blue shade right here. Now I'm going to go in with the shader brush, just using the tip, and start to work that around that line. And work it down a little ways. So it looks like that. And next, I'm going to use a blending brush and this lighter blue in the iSeek palette, and to blend the top of that. And I'm going back into that other blue, touching up here, because it's not showing up as much up there as I'd like. Next, I'm going to use another shader brush and go in with this darker blue below the first blue we used. And this is just deepening up the crease and adding depth. I'm going to the Huda Beauty Sapphire Obsessions palette. I'm going to use this matte dark blue in the bottom center with a pencil brush. I'm going to take that into the outer corner. I took that in farther and more into the crease. One spot that looks patchy on this eye, so I'm going to try and go in and add more powder to it. Next, I'm going to do the Callan Eye Balm again with that same brush that I used before. And I'm going to use that to cut the crease. And have a base for the glitter. I'm going to use a Precision shader brush and use this silver glittery shade in the Sapphire Obsessions palette. I'm going to press that on to the primer. Now I'm going to go back in with that pencil brush and this blue shade and kind of blend that edge and correct where I went too far. Next, I'm going to go in with this blue Second Love Prismatic Eyeliner and eyeline my eye. Try not to get it too far up. And there's my eye look. I'm going to clean up under my eyes and I'll be back to do the face. Now we're moving on to the face. I'm going to start with priming. I'm using the Benefit Professional. I have a palette that I'm going to use. Palette is helpful instead of putting it on your hand or directly on your face. It helps to save product. I know some people only use that on their cheeks and nose, but I use it everywhere because it seems to mattify for me and help stuff stay longer. Next, I'm going to go in with the Ulta Beauty Under Eye Primer. Using my ring finger, apply that under my eyes. This has great skincare benefits, plus it primes the under eyes for your concealer. Next, I'm going to take the Ulta Beauty Yellow Color Correcting Concealer, and I use this to color correct the redness on my face. And for correcting redness on your face, you use yellow if you have lighter skin tone, and then you can use green if you have a darker skin tone. I'm using a Complex Culture Concealer brush to blend that in. Now I'm going in with the Wet n Wild concealer in 825 Fair and Neutral. Apply it on my outer corner of my eye. I'm gonna blend that in. Now that that's done, I'm going in with the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream using 520 Light. And again, I'm using my palette, going with the Complex Culture Angled Foundation Brush. And then I'm going to go in with this Wet n Wild flat top foundation brush to just help that blend in a little more. Next, I'm going to go in with this flat foundation brush with Space Case Cream Highlighter and Seen from Space 1C. Now I'm going in with a Complex Culture tapered highlighting brush and the City Color Stellar Iridescent Highlight in Nebula. And apply that over the cream highlight. It gives you a very pretty blue highlight. Next, I'm going in with the straight foundation brush and the Wet n Wild Rose and Peace cream blush. And this is a neat blush. It goes from this black color and it uses your skin tone and creates the perfect color for you. Next, I'm going to use the Complex Culture Press and Set bronzer brush and the CoverGirl Clean Professional Translucent Powder to set my under eyes. Now I'm going to go in with the Complex Culture Plush Powder Brush and set the rest of my face. Now, I'm going to go back in to the eyeshadow palettes. We're going to start with this blue one here and do under the eyes. Next, we're going to go back into the Sapphire Obsessions to this blue down here with the same pencil brush and do the outer edge of the lower lash line. Going back in with that other blue to add a little bit more to this eye. Then we're going back into the Sapphire Obsessions to the silver. That same brush that we used on the lid. We're going to do that on the inner corner of the lower lash line. Next, we're going to do lips. And I'm taking the Ulta Beauty Shiny Lipstick in Nude. But for this, you can take pretty much any shiny lipstick. Then I'm going into the Beauty Creations Spark of Love. And I'm going to use this blue glitter up here and press that onto my lips. Last step is setting spray. I'm going to use the Pixi by Petra Glow Mist. You can use this as primer or setting spray. Before you use it, you need to shake it up. And then you just spray. And here's the final look. Let me know what you think of it. And like and subscribe if you like